Hi Aries, welcome back. If you're not new to my channel, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm really happy to have you. Please subscribe so that you can continue to see updates. I read for Aries and the beginning of the zodiac quite a bit for some reason. So you'll hear a lot from me for your sign. If you comment, I'll give you a free extended personal reading. Um, and the videos. If you want more clarity, check your sun and moon signs. If you're looking for messages of love, check what was rising in Venus at the moment of your birth. If the messages do not resonate for you, Aries, it's because there are almost 8 billion people on the planet, and this is a general forecast. I'm not going to hit it for everybody. That's not possible. I just try to hit it for the Aries in my life or those that I'm connected to, and I hope I hit it for you. I'm going to do a 5 card spread. I may or may not flower. It depends on how quickly I can get through it. I'm slow. I take my time and try to give as many messages as I can. I'm going to use my Zach Wong deck. It's a very intuitive deck. It's Rider-Waite based, and I love it. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot deck for messages from universe and solar system. I use the Indigo Angel Oracle deck to let the energies preoccupied with loving and helping humans speak to us and give you advice. I call them the archangels. And I'm going to give Aries a number and a frequency and vibration to focus on this month. Aries, this is really important, and I want to try and get the best frequency and vibration to help you meditate on this month. I'm going to do this for everybody in the next week. I wasn't going to get to Aries until next week or maybe the weekend, but I had 2 Aries come to me and say they're freaking out about the Mercury retrograde. Let me just talk to you briefly about that. This is important. Don't skip this to the tarot. So Mercury is the planet of communication and intellect and reason and language. And it's going to go into retrograde and into Leo in July 7th. And I think it's going to switch retrograde course into Cancer around July 19th. And I know it's going to station direct and stay put in Cancer until July 31st. And in the middle of all the Mercury retrograde, our communication, reason, and language planet. There's a lot of air energy involved with the Mercury retrograde, I feel. But in the middle of that, there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse to fuck with us as well in the midst of all of this. All of this will put you guys for Aries. I could talk a lot about this. You can Google it and look more, but here's what I want to tell you moving into July. July is going to bring you to a place where you feel the need to deal with loose ends and unfinished business. It's going to do that for everybody, though. Everyone, because of this Mercury retrograde, is going to have a lot of reevaluation. A lot of people are moving. A lot of people are changing career directions. A lot of people are reevaluating their life. They're looking back on their past and reflecting on it. Mercury can be very abundant in forcing us to do that in this way. There's going to be a lot of reevaluation, especially in how we express ourselves. This is particularly important for Aries. For Aries in particular, this retrograde is going to hit your 5th house, which is about creativity and expression. You're going to be drawn to get out of your pentacles and into your cups, out of your home and your routines and into your hearts. This is so important for Aries to do. You can be very fiery and very heady. It makes you very passionate, but it won't always allow you to connect with your heart. Aries can be a little stubborn sometimes. What I really want you guys to do, the advice during Mercury retrograde for Aries, is enjoy fun times, be fun loving, and start something new and let it come from the heart, Aries. But I really want you to watch out for like impulsivity versus inspiration. Aries can be impulsive and then boom, you guys are like you just take off with the ground, with your feet hitting the ground running, like 0 to 60 in 1.2 seconds. Watch for impulsivity versus inspiration. You may have an issue with that during this retrograde. And you may, Aries, experience more anxiety than usual in July. You may also feel pushed very much out of your comfort zone. The advice for this is focus on gratitude and watch your temper. Embody the spirit of the air energy right across from you in Libra. You don't have to have a Libra in your life to help you with this. I'm just saying for Aries, Mars can look across at Venus, and Venus holds up a mirror for us, and Venus will show you, Aries, what your faults and limitations are, but it will also help you get into your heart, and that's where you want to be. If you feel like you're pushed out of your comfort zone, look across the wheel to the energy of your brothers and sisters in Libra. It can help you with it. And this, I find that whoever's across the wheel from us can help us challenge and honor our traits. Right now, Libra has the very qualities that you are going to need this month: temperance and balance. Don't be afraid to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. If you lead with your heart and you are patient like Libra and loving like Venus, it can really help you. But just embody those traits and gird your loins, okay? Watch that temper. It's going to be tested. The answer is have fun with friends and get out of your home and your pentacles and into your cups, okay? Start something new, too. So let's get started with that. Let's read for Aries. Universe, tarot, universe. For Aries, please, universe. For Aries. For Aries. Sorry, I have to say it a lot. It helps me tune into your sign, and it helps the universe connect with me. For Aries, universe. For July. For Aries. This one. King of Pentacles. It's all about the money, money, money. I'm feeling like a king right now. What else? Two of Swords. You're balancing things. That's a good place to be, balancing that head and that heart. You might feel like you need to make a decision about something too. Maybe you do. The key is balance. Oh, two. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficient, self-made person. A little bit of I don't need you. That's not bad either. Nine of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles next to that. One more for Aries, please. Oh, who wants to talk? For Aries. Strength in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. Something has ended, or something will end this month. And I'm not surprised by that. I feel like some of you are going to move. A lot of people are moving. Yeah. Cool beans. All right, let's talk about this King of Pentacles. I love it, first of all. I love it, love it, love it. Because for Aries, I've seen a lot of like pages, which can be a little wishy-washy. Tons of Wheel of Fortune, tons of Tower moments for Aries, tons of 5 and 4 of Cups. Like that's kept coming up for you. I am fucking delighted to see this masculine energy, this divine masculine. This is a guy that's holding himself back on his very sturdy throne, feeling very grounded right now, feeling very in control of things right now, Aries. Down to earth, but sensual. You want to enjoy pleasures and luxury right now. You feel like you've earned those. You're in touch with your earthy side. This is an unmovable person too, like an unmovable mountain, like a rock. Right now you might be embodying like this very dashing and alluring energy, but you're also embodying reliability and being very steadfast. in regards to like a situation, any situation, you're embodying good growth and profit and financial sense, financial in any way, what you spend in any way, your thoughts, your feelings, your energy, your pentacles, your coins. For work, it means maybe some recognition, maybe a promotion, in a relationship of any kind, any relationships, you're embodying stability and comfort. This is a wise businessman too, and focused on that. You're focused on embodying this energy, and you're really understanding material wealth and the importance of it. And you feel like you've gotten it. At least at this moment, you either have or you want to. This is your focus. He's holding that pentacle and feeling very satisfied. I love that for you, Aries. I want, when Aries gets into a place of helplessness, they don't quite know what to do because normally they're very in control and they're a warrior. And when they feel toppled, they can almost have like every Aries I've ever known, when they're toppled, they experience almost like narcissistic collapse. And I don't mean to like put you guys down. We are all a little narcissistic at times. We have to be. We're born that way, and it keeps us alive. But Aries sometimes holds on to it. When this card comes up in reverse, you're focused on your pentacles, but in a very steadfast, loyal, healthy, benevolent way. This is a well-deserved and earned card if you are embodying it right now. If that's the case, well done. Let's talk about Two of Swords. Again, I was just saying, with this Mercury retrograde, you may get to a place where you're feeling a little unbalanced. But the Two of Swords is the very thing you need to embody in July with Mercury retrograde. Okay, kittens? Because the Two of Swords indicates an ability to balance. And it's about a balance of the forces of your mind. Right now, this month, you are going to be preoccupied with your ability to multitask, your ability to manage stress, but it's favorable. You're going to be able to manage it with ease this month, which is cool. If you stay focused on it, you will, especially with the retrograde happening. This is what things are looking like for you now. You're going into it in the upright. It also means like you're going to manage two things at once, like maybe school and work, studying for two exams at once. It's like finishing off projects and loose ends with and embodying a lot of confidence. It also means that a high stress situation might come into play. If it does, it's going to keep you stimulated, and the tension's going to give you a sense of normalcy to a degree. Like you're going to be ready for it. If it's involving a relationship, this card kind of highlights the ability to deal with internal and external stress, which under normal circumstances could break down for you. I'm impressed, Aries. It's like you're going into July. A part of you, whether you know it or not, is like, all right, look, I feel this Mercury retrograde coming on. I'm freaking ready, yo. I'm gonna balance this shit, which is good. It also is about sometimes like organizing family functions or parties while also managing your work life, and being able to juggle that. It came in the upright, so as of right now, I'm feeling like you're going to be able to juggle your work and your social life. And again, with work, you're going to feel like there's a lot of overlap. It's not in the reverse, but even in the upright, when this card comes up, I can't help but let you know that it's foretelling that maybe several tasks or roles might overlap, with some uncompromising deadlines, and you're going to have to really juggle it to make it happen. You might face a situation like this in July. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. But then moving into, the middle of the month, the Nine of Pentacles. So right now or soon, you're going to embody, this is self-made person, self-made man, self-made woman. They are, look at her, she's sitting back with the phoenix. that she's sort of gazing off at. She has worked very hard for these Nine of Pentacles. It's almost the 10. The 10 is the treasure chest with the lid busted open and the pentacles overflowing. Right now, you're just at 9. So you're close to embodying something really cool. It can also, though, in a certain situation, mean that you, not necessarily that you're going to be closed off, but that you're going to embody an air of, I don't need you, I got this. You're very self sufficient this month. You might even be a little hermetic, possibly, but not necessarily. Either way, though, you're going to experience contentment. Nine of Pentacles is contentment. And contentment with your material wealth. You're either wanting to move towards that or you are going to embody it. You're going to reach some kind of goal, possibly, or get very close. You're also going to be surrounded by some good company. It also, Nine of Pentacles means a lot of your senses will be teased and titillated. And that's cool too. The energy wants you to embody not being so worried about where that next paycheck is coming from. You've worked long and hard, okay, to get this King of Pentacles energy. Well done. Good showing, Aries. And this Two of Swords saying you really need to embody the balance between pleasure and work with your actions. And that even if things get tough, the balance, you're so far, you're prevailing. Everything is in the upright. Strength is in the reverse, but that's not a bad thing. It just might mean you need to continue to stay strong. But more about this, Nine of Pentacles. You're not so worried about where your next paycheck might be coming from. Maybe all this balance is going to bring you to a place of release and relief. You're also getting to a place where you either want to be or will no longer be dependent upon others for influence, and you're going to stand your ground and stick up for yourself when it comes to money or other forces in your life. You're going to be, this is self-sufficiency, self-reliance. You're going to maintain an air of calm and warmth and giving, and nothing stands in your way when this card appears. You're going to achieve, you're going to do what you have to do. This is like, I'm going to do what I'm going to have to do. Nothing's going to stand in my way. There's no need to try for any more than what you need, okay? You don't need to go crazy. This energy wants you, and when you embody this energy, it's very balanced. Stay in it. If you're in a relationship right now, you're about to move into a phase of comfort. Even if it's your self relationship, you're going to start to get comfortable with yourself or a situation. You need to sustain that when you move on that journey. And then the Seven of Pentacles right next to it. This is him with his arms crossed, feeling very satisfied. Love that. What this is telling me is, in order to keep this Nine of Pentacles energy going, you are going to need to be patient and invest in your work. That's the virtue of this card. This person stands and waits for his work to come to fruition. You're still kind of waiting for something to manifest into fruition in some ways, Aries. That's okay. You've worked long and hard. You've got this King of Pentacles energy going on. You're going to balance. You're self-sufficient. You're going to need to slow down your pace and toil. You might have to continue to work hard, but do not overwork. Do not push, because growth doesn't come from pushing it. You've got to cultivate and nurture your garden. You're going to need to refine and polish, a diamond is like, the diamond is worth more than the carbon that was in it. You've got to polish it and be willing to work for it. The work will seem slow towards the end of the month. Projects, this might even indicate that you're in a long cycle and that you need to be prepared to work a little bit longer for it. You might be experimenting and feel the need to do something over and over and over again. to determine its real feasibility. You might need to test some things. A trial run of some sort in a situation may be necessary. Yes, I hear that. And all over, it's all about taking the time necessary to make things happen. You also might feel like a slowdown towards the middle of July, that things are taking a snail's pace. Be patient and get into your heart in those moments. Go have those fun times with friends that the Two of Swords energy is because Two of Swords is telling me that you need to balance out those pentacles. You've got two pentacles here, and you've got you've got three pentacles here, and then you've got a sword wanting you to balance it all. At the end of the month, we've got the Strength card here, and it's in reverse, but it's not a bad thing, okay? It just makes sure you stay balanced and allow yourself the patience necessary with the Seven of Pentacles energy. Things might go at a snail's pace, Aries, but they need to make your garden flourish. This card also warns against like ongoing issues that are complicating things, or like temporary distance may keep you apart from something or someone. But time will resolve these things if, you continue to be patient. It's also Virgo energy. Yeah, it's Virgo energy. And it's just about waiting, okay? You have to wait patiently for what you want. We'll see what the guides have to say. Strength in reverse. Let me tell you all the meanings of that. First of all, it's Leo energy. It's like a fire energy. And strength and Leo is that lion, that leader of the pack. It is about pride. You may have some toppled pride. You might feel impatient, and it might make you feel weakened. You're not weak. Aries, above all else, is not weak. Y'all kick off the zodiac. You take that job very seriously, whether it's truly your job or not. And you're not Leo, you're Aries. You're a warrior. But Leo, in that energy, they're the pride king. Okay? It's a flamboyance. It's a entertainer. You might feel the need to withdraw by the end of the month and take some time for yourself. And it looks like you might really need that, Aries, because like this Two of Swords balancing is not easy. I mean, look what he's doing. I love how Zach Wong depicts it here, too. That's not easy shit to pull off. Oh, and he's on a tightrope. Watch out for... be careful, like cleaning your gutters and climbing on ladders. Even though it's not in the reverse, which suggests you might fall down, I always tell anybody when this card comes up, just be careful. Always maintain balance in a literal way and in a psychological way too. Doing all of that, being this self-made person, having to wait patiently and work, like it's going to be time to work towards mid-July. And you know it's coming. You know it. I can feel that you know it. When it hits, just breathe and be patient, and go into your cave if you need to. It's like a divine masculine energy too. A lot of divine masculine here. I'm hearing my bros come out in this. Guys and gals, hey, I have a lot of Aries in my chart. I'm paying attention to your reading because Aries is in my chart in a bunch of places, so I cross-watch for Aries. I'm listening too. I'm with you guys. We're all embodying this energy, and we may all really need to just push and work. And it might put us to a place where we feel a little weakened because of this goddamn retrograde. It will test us. Don't be afraid to go into your caves and rejuvenate, to draw more strength, because whatever you're going through, you need it. You need to embody that strength right now. And also with strength in reverse, you might be really plagued towards the middle and end of the month by like your daily chores and your routines wearing you down. And again, trying to find that hidden place to dwell in your sorrows. That's okay, Aries, but strength in reverse is all about like this one particular energy. You can run, but you can't hide. If you need to go and rest and recuperate or whatever, please know that you can't stay in that place forever. You will have to face a situation. It also suggests that towards the end of the month and in the heat of this retrograde, you might be required to face, there's going to be a confrontation possibly of some kind that's going to require your inner strength, and for you to draw on the faculties of a benevolent, loving leader. You are the leader of yourself and the leader of your own little pride. Put your best foot forward, Aries. This card being in reverse isn't necessarily telling you, hey, you really need to flip it into the upright. It's just telling you to acknowledge your own strengths and weaknesses, and do not be afraid of confrontation, because you're going to have to work hard. If you're willing to work hard for what you want, Aries, it's going to deplete you a little bit. Stand your ground, okay? And keep at this King of Pentacles energy, who is very earthy and very confident and very in control of, I love master of his domain. He is very much master of his domain. And keep focused on, you've got a head for business right now. But you just heard me say that when Mercury goes into retrograde, you might need to get out of your pentacles and into your cups, into your heart. Make sure you focus on this Two of Swords here. This is telling you, get out of your home and your routines a little bit. You're going to stay focused on them. I'm hearing them. They're going to be stubborn. Aries is going to be stubborn. I know you worked long and hard to get to this Nine of Pentacles. Like, I don't need you mofos. I got this shit. I know. Listen to your heart. It's calling for you, like the song says. That's my advice, and that's my guide's advice. Let's get some advice from Psychic Tarot, Universe and Solar System. For Aries, please. For Aries. What is your advice for Aries? For Aries. These cards are big. I hurt my hands. But it's worth it. For Aries. Solar System and Universe. Talk to me for Aries. Movement, choices, and decisions. You have a decision to make. Again, with the Pentacles, this deck, it's movement, choices, and decisions is representing the Two of Pentacles. It's about juggling your decisions. It's about a lot of changes and choices coming into play. Solar System and Universe are telling you to be ready for it, whether they concern money, business decisions, other projects. The advice is to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to go it alone as well. It's telling you very specifically, this deck, the oracles speak through it and tell you, don't be afraid to reach out for advice or assistance either. It can also be telling you that a financial union or partnership might present itself. Make note of that. And the more time you take to face and look at these vital decisions and life choices that are going to come up for you, it's like everybody's having to face a lot of stuff and reevaluate and make some changes in their life because of Mercury retrograde. It compels us to do so. We sit back and we reevaluate our choices. Like, it's not on full-on Seven of Cups, but the Two of Pentacles is about balancing and having to make some choices between, you can't do it all. What do you want to do? You really need to stay focused. Solar System wants you to stay focused on your goals in the physical and the material world. The changes that are going to emerge from this are not some random acts or coincidences. The retrograde will make you feel like things are happening out of coincidence. They're not. It is all very rooted in the choices you've made, the decisions you've made. You're exactly where you're supposed to be based on what you've done up to this point. Okay, they're not coincidence. They're all part of something positive and larger for you, though. And make notice of the connections to everything when you're making these choices. Have an overview effect. That's going to enable you to like avoid future problems and conflicts, Aries. Focus on the balance. Again, with the balance, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. You want to keep in that King of Pentacles energy. Make note of all the choices and decisions you're making and how all of them affect different parts of your life to keep it in balance. God, your guides are on fire, as Aries always is. More for Aries, please. More advice, solar system. The celestial bodies close to us that we all share something in common with. We're all made of the same stuff. You give great advice because you're connected to us. Advice for Aries. Stand your ground. This has come up a lot. The 7 of Wands. You may feel like you have to fight for something. It suggests that you might be being a little paranoid, but frankly, I don't blame you, because when you have to do all this balancing and you get into this 9 of Pentacles, look, I got to do what I got to do stuff, it does make you kind of be firm and feel like I have to stand my ground here. I have to really do what I have to do to, you know, make my dreams come true. And they're telling me that you might be tested and challenged, and there may be some fierce competition or even some rivalry coming into your life, your personal life. You have the strength and the inner courage to stand your ground in the situation, no matter how hard or formidable things are going to appear. Don't surrender. Don't give up your personal control, but also be mindful of if you are being controlling or not. Remember that you can be controlling, Aries. Be mindful of situations where you need to stand your ground. Take a step back and make sure you're standing your ground in the right way at the right time. Ultimately, this card, through this deck, the oracles are really telling you, always fall back on your belief system and your life values. Examine your heart, deepen your heart, and they will be your barometer. But it's also telling you the advice is to stay clear and focused. Even if you have to stand alone to stand up for your own convictions till the end, the advice of the card is to stay clear and focused. It's also telling you to maintain your health. Yeah, stand your ground in this deck means maintain your health and stay strong. You might feel a little depleted on strength later. The advice to keep yourself from delving too deeply into strength in the reverse is to focus on your health and your personal strength. It's also suggesting that you work on endurance too. We all could use a little bit of that. Everybody wants to run a 7-minute mile, right? What else for Aries? This one really wants to come out. Partnerships and alliances. Love this. Love it, love it. Regarding advice, this is 3 of Wands. Universe wants you to focus on things where you will see a fruitful, like seeds that you've planted will blossom, and to only focus on relationships and endeavors that have taken seed and will blossom at this point. There might still be a lot to do.